What's up, YouTube? It's Trucker Byrd here coming at y'all. I want to give you a little information on the Schneider experienced driver trucking orientation. So, a little bit about me. I did tanker driving straight out of school. Did it for about 10 months, I say. Decided I wanted to try and go local. I drove for Budweiser for probably like 2 weeks because it was a lot of work. Well, a lot more work than I was really trying to really do, me personally. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go back OTR. Well, I'm going to go back regional. Go back, staying out on the road. Just figured it would be I learned that it was a better fit for me personally. So Schneider is pretty much everything that people tell you it is, man. They're very strict. Like, when I say strict, they are strict. They don't play. They are real big on safety. For the most part, that's really all it's about, is safety. You know, you get there, you do your drug test. They got a rental car for me because of the coronavirus and all this that's going on or whatever. They put me in a hotel. It's probably about a half a mile away from the OC, which is the operating center. Every morning they had a bus come get you. I did the first morning, and I think the last day I took the bus, but they want you to get up at like 4. Well, you can get up at whatever time. I mean, for me, I have to get up, get ready, So I got up about 4:30 every day because they want you to be in the lobby by 5:30. Well, class doesn't start until 7 o'clock. So after a while, I got to a point where I'm like, nah, I'm just going to walk. I need my sleep, man. You're going to be sitting in the class all day, listening to the instructor talk, doing paper logs, looking at videos. It's a typical orientation. So you do that. First day, you're going to do your drug test. You're going to do your physical if you need a physical. And they've got some kind of, I think it was what was the name of it? A motion range. Basically, they hook up a bunch of different things to your body. Some on your back, here, your legs, your neck. And you do these certain movements that I guess check on your muscle health or something like that. I don't know. That took about damn near an hour, but it's really because the system was messed up. The guy said that it hasn't been working properly, whatever. After that, of course, you're doing paperwork. Here and there, you're getting some tidbits about the company. Safety. That's it. That's all it's about, is safety with Schneider, man. If you're not a safe driver and you finna come out here and just be running all around, it's finna be over with for you real quick. They're strict, man. They don't like high hooks, basically where you backing up into a trailer to hook up and it's too high to where it goes over the fifth wheel and now you're stuck. That'll get you terminated. That's like a terminable offense. U-turns is a terminable offense, which for me was weird because you could do U-turns at my last company. There's no problem. As long as you don't hit anybody or whatever, you can do it. Schneider, Schneider, you can't have earpieces. They don't want you even using that. They call that distracted driving. Trying to think what else. It's a few things that you can't do. Of course, obvious stuff, speeding, you can't speed, you shouldn't be speeding anyway. If you're speeding, I don't know, you shouldn't probably have your CDL license or any license for that matter. Yeah, man. So basically it's just safety. That's what it's all about. Day 2 and 3 was just class time, giving you information about how they do things, really the same information any trucking company would give you, regardless, DOT regulations, passing out a few things. The fourth day, let me see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, actually, the third day, we had to do a road test. The road test was basically driving around a certain route. You're going to have somebody in the truck with you driving this route. It's going to be about an hour, 30 minutes to an hour route. They want you to do the same thing any other company would do. One thing that got me at first was the button hook. Now, if you know anything about trucking, tanker trailers are generally shorter than dry van trailers. So I went to trucking school. I learned on a 10-speed manual. I don't have any restrictions on my license. And we were pulling a 53-foot dry van. So I drove a 53-foot dry van for a good 2 months. I learned to back on that. I learned to, drive on that, and it was manual. But after that, I drove tanker, like I just said, for almost a year. So with the tanker, it's round. So when you're backing, you have more visibility, and it's not as long. So with those, when you're making your turns, you don't have to turn as wide. You need to turn wide, but it's not as wide as a 53-foot van. So when they said, okay, there's gonna be a turn you come up to that you're gonna have to do a button hook turn, I was like, what? What is that? Like, I've never had to do that. It's basically where you set yourself up. You got 2 lanes. You set yourself up like this, and you gotta come around and keep the trailer blocking the lane so no one tries to come in between you, and then you end up hitting them with the trailer. So at first, I was just like, it pissed me off. I was like, man, what? But when we got in the truck and did it, it was pretty much, it wasn't nothing to it, man. You know what I'm saying? They talk you through it. They walk you through it, They don't just sit there looking at you like, you better know what you're doing, So it was cool. The guy I rode with was real cool. After that, we did backing. They have you set up. It's like trailers here. The instructor's gonna pull out, pretty much set you up, back up to where this is the empty space. This is the truck. Pull up, and you gotta back it back in. That's it. I couldn't quite get it in the first time. I think it was just the truck being different. I haven't had any time to get really used to the truck, and like I said, I'm used to driving tanker trailers, so it was just longer. I mean, it was, I just wasn't used to it. But after that, they had me go and do my road test. I passed my road test. I only had 1 point, which was driving with one hand throughout the yard. But he was like, can't do that. Schneider doesn't want you to. Schneider says that's the thing. So that was the only point I got. I came back. I did, they're also going to have you do a simulation driving. So it's basically like a computer setting. They got a wheel, shifter, 2 like mirrors, and a gas and a brake. And they just have you go through certain maneuvers. After that, the guy let me go back and try and back again, and I got it in that time. But then he made me do it again, I guess just to make sure I didn't just get lucky. Which, maybe I got lucky 2 times, I don't know. But, I mean, I could back pretty good, but it's just, like I said, getting used to it or whatever. So after that was good. What happened? We went back to the classroom. We had computer-based training. They call it CBTs. That's something else that we had to do during the course of the orientation. Suggest you bring your own computer. They do have to where you can stay at the OC and finish your computer-based training. I brought my own computer. I mean, I have an iPad computer, so I was able to go back to the room and finish that up. Didn't take that long. All of them in general took a bit of time, but you know, it didn't take that long. They try and give you time in class, but this class was somewhat rushed, so you know, that was that. Finish the CBTs, do your road test, do your simulator training, do your backing, finish your drug test. As long as all that comes through clear, you know, they do test by the hair and urine, so you know, hey, be careful. You know what I'm saying? You don't want a failed drug test on your record. But after that, everything was good. They do give you these little tablets. They do training on that to show you how to go through your workflow. And then after that, they give you a little certificate saying, hey, you finished, which was cool. I thought that was dope. They do pay for lunch during your time there. So other than that, just make sure you bring some food, you know, or some extra money to buy something for dinner. The hotel gives like a complimentary breakfast, but I mean, you know, whatever. You can also buy your own breakfast at the OC as well. So other than that, man, I think, let me see if I'm missing anything. I think that's it. You get your DBL, which is a driver business leader or a driver team leader, at the end when you pass the orientation and everything clears. With me and my situation in particular, they got me a rental car going back. You can decide whether you want to, you know, go ahead and start driving right then and there, or if you want to get a rental car back, get some home time for the weekend. You know, I decided to get some home time and got a rental car, drove back, got another rental car to come out here to Nashville, get my truck. So now I'm sitting here. Kind of got started late in the day, so my DBL was like, we'll just start you out in the morning, get you a load going out, and you'll get started. So looking forward to it, man. I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on, you know. I do have goals to be an owner here soon, so you want to stay in touch with that, stay in tune with what's going on with that. I give you guys as much information as I can. You know, comment, like, subscribe if this information or this video gave you some information that was useful to you. Till next time, peace.